Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my TBR video, and I do not have a special guest today because they are in school and they're going to be very, very sad that they didn't get to do this video with me, but it's going to be a lot harder to do this video with my kids just because they're in school. So today we're going to be doing it by ourselves, and I actually took the Goodwill sticker off my TBR jar. It's been on there since the beginning of the year. So I got to 4 of the 7 books that I picked last month. I think I picked 7. Did I pick 7 or 8? I can't remember honestly. So I got to The Dead Romantics, which I'm going to be talking about in my next wrap up. I also got to Once Upon a Broken Heart, and this was the book that I was the most excited for in my TBR video last month, and I did get to it, so that was really awesome. I also got to The Whispers by Ashley Audrain. This was an audiobook that I listened to, and then I also got to Most of All You by Mia Sheridan, which I love me a good Mia Sheridan. And then that was about it. I did actually get to another audiobook that wasn't on my TBR because it was like a really short novella. And then I also got to a graphic novel because it was just sitting on my shelf and it was calling my name. So I read it. So I think for this video we're gonna go with 7 picks. I have done 8 in the past, but I think it makes more sense to go with 7 because I just don't read massive amounts of books every month. I just don't have the time. So we're gonna go with 7. So let's go with the first book. A cozy book. Oh, that's perfect. I feel like cozy book works really, really well for fall. Like, I love a good cozy book for fall. I feel like a romance maybe, like a good cozy romance might be fun. Okay, so I picked 2 books, and I feel like this prompt is kind of hard because if you haven't read the books, it's really hard to know if the books are cozy or not. But based on the covers and kind of what I've heard about these books, I feel like they kind of fit the category. So the first book I picked was Ruby Spencer's Whiskey Year, and I picked this because the cover just looks cozy, like them two in a little blanket, like all cuddled up with each other. And I actually got this recently on Book Outlet, and I haven't hauled it yet or anything, but this is about a girl who goes to Ireland for whatever reason, and I think she meets this guy, and he's very cute, and it's Ireland, so I feel like it's gonna be probably chillier weather, and they're in a blanket. Like, it just looks cozy. It looks cozy. And then I also picked a Psalm for the Wild, Built, which this was in my last haul video, and this looks so flippin' cute, and I really, really want to read this month, so I'm going to find a prompt for this. And I feel like this sounds kind of cozy. Like, this little guy here has a little cup of tea, but I don't know if it is. So I think I'm going to go with this one, because I think it fits the prompt a little bit better, because, I mean, they're in a blanket. Like, that's about as cozy as you can get. So I'm gonna go with Ruby Spencer's Whiskey Year. I know nothing about this. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't even know what the ratings are for this, but I just think it looks really good, and I'm actually really excited for this one. So pick, draw 2 and keep 1. So I think that means I draw 2 prompts, and then I pick the one that I like more, or the one that might fit a book that I really want to read this month. So that's kind of fun. Helps me get the books that I actually want. So the first one is the last book I added to my Goodreads want to read list. So I'm pretty sure that would be me buying a book, because a lot of times when I add things to my Goodreads TBR, it's books that I don't own yet. And I don't know if I want to buy another book right now, to be honest. An old book on my shelf. Okay, so let's see what I just added to my Goodreads TBR. And it was Sybil by Flora Retta Schreiber, but I actually don't know if I want to read that anymore after reading some like reviews about it. But then the book after that is Powerless by Lauren Roberts, which I don't own that book, and I don't really feel like buying a new book right now, so I'm not going to pick that one. I'm going to do old book on my shelf, and I actually know what I'm going to pick. Okay, so this has been on my TBR for years, and I keep putting it off because I keep saying I want to read this during an October or during Halloween season and during spooky season, but every single time a spooky season comes around, I don't end up picking this up, and so then I have to wait like an entire year to read it again, and then I don't pick it up again, and it just keeps happening. So this October, I really want to read this, and if I do not read this October, I think I might unhaul it. And it is Clown in a Cornfield, and this is by Adam Caesar, and it's about this small town, and apparently there's like this weird clown that hangs around, and it's probably like a murderous clown, and I think there's like high school students that like pull pranks and stuff like that, but I just know it has like a scary clown in a cornfield. So I feel like this is the perfect book for October, and I put this off for like 4 Octobers now, so I need to get to it this October. Okay, pick number 3. A book with a person on the cover. Okay, This is pretty easy. I feel like a lot of books have people on the cover. Okay, so I was gonna pick one book and then I decided last minute that I wanted to pick this one instead. And I picked A Psalm for the Wild Built. And this has a person right down here on the corner. And like I said, I just really want to read this month. I'm so excited for this one, you guys. Like, I cannot wait for this. Pick number 4. This is number 4, right? Hopper's Choice. Okay, this will be fun. Okay, so I have to pick 3 books. It's sort of like Yuki's Choice. I don't know if you guys remember Yuki's Choice, but I picked 3 books. I put a treat on all of them, and then whatever book she went to is the book that I was going to read. So I have to pick 3 books for this prompt. So, okay, so the books I picked for this prompt is Mindy McGinnis's Be Not Far From Me. This is another book that I bought recently and haven't hauled yet, but this is a YA book about a girl that gets lost in the forest and she basically has to survive, so it's like a survival story. And then My Best Friend's Exorcism, which you guys I think know what this is about. I think it's an exorcism and a best friend, and it's like a scary horror. And then I also picked Pen Pal by Dathan Arbach. And this is just a famous like horror book. I think it's about a kid who gets like a pen pal, and then the pen pal ends up being like really creepy and scary. I think that's what it's about. I don't know for sure, but this is just a very, very famous like horror book. So I actually really, really kind of want to get this one. So we'll see. I'd be happy with any of these, I think. Okay, so here are my books. I'm going to put treats in front of them so I don't get his wet nose all over my books, and see what he picks. Look at my cute little bats. Come here, buddy. Got some treats over here. Got some treats. Look. Wait. Oh, he didn't eat that one. He ate that one. Oh, Hopper. I thought he was going to pick this one, but he picked this one. Good job, buddy. Good job. High five. High five. Good job. Alright, so Hopper picked Be Not Far From Me by Mindy McGinnis, and I'm actually really glad he picked this because this has kind of been on my radar ever since I bought it. And it's short, which I really like. I love a good, like, short, quick book, and I love survival stories. It's like my guilty pleasure, so I'm really, really excited about this one, and I think it's going to be really, really good. And it's going to have probably a little bit of like a thrillery vibe, which is also going to be kind of fun for October as well. So this is a really good choice, and I'm really happy. So that is going to be my 4th book. Okay, so I just remembered that there's a book that I really want to get on this list. So I hope within these 3 prompts I can actually fit it onto this list because I kind of forgot about it because I actually don't have it yet. It's supposed to get here on like Monday. Hopefully this prompt will fit it because I kind of forgot about it until now. A paperback. Okay, well the book that I wanted to read is not a paperback, but I have a lot of paperbacks, so I'm sure I can find something. Okay, so I picked a really, really random book, and the reason I picked this one is because I think I will start this book, but I may not finish it within October, but I'll start it. It's gonna be one of those books that I kind of just like pick up whenever I'm kind of in the mood for it, but I will start it in October if that makes sense. And it's a nonfiction book, and my cousin actually let me borrow this book, and she said it's so funny, and I don't even know who this person is. I don't know if this person is like a blogger or an influencer or a comedian, no clue. But it's called Unibrow, and it's about this girl here, and it's basically like a autobiography, I think. And it says Misadventures of a Late Bloomer. So it's basically just like about her life, but apparently she's hilarious and she's really, really funny, and she just tells really funny stories about her life. And her name is Una, but she had obviously a unibrow, so the book is called Unibrow. And Chelsea's like, you have to read it. Like, it's just really hilarious. And it's short, but I feel like this is going to be one of those books that I just kind of pick up randomly and just like read a couple chapters and then put it down. And so we'll see when I end up finishing this, but I will probably start it this month. Okay, so we have 2 more reads, 2 more books to pick, and I really want to get that one book. So we'll see. Let's see. A white book. Gosh dang it. Okay, a white book. See, I get that prompt literally every single month. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so this is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. This is another book I just picked up. I'm like picking all the books that I literally just bought. But this is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Like, there's really not much else to say. But Alice in Wonderland was my favorite movie as a kid. Like, I changed my name to Alice. Like, I made my mom call me Alice. I love this movie so much, and I've never read the book. Like, what the heck? I don't even know. So I bought this because I really, really wanted to read it, but I was kind of looking for like a pretty edition. And so I found this one, and I just think it's really pretty. So it's about time that I read this, especially because it's one of my favorite movies. Like, the fact that I haven't read it is pretty ridiculous. So that is going to be my choice for white book. Now, I feel like I'm picking a lot of short books, so I might actually pick 8 for this video, only because I'm picking a lot of short books. I'm not saying I'm going to read 8, but I'm just going to, I think, get through books a lot faster this month because they're short. So I think 8 books makes more sense. And that's not because I want to get that one book. I just think that it would make more sense to pick 8. So we're going to pick 2 more prompts. Paperback. Did I write this prompt twice? We'll just throw this one away. I don't want to pick another paperback. I accidentally wrote that prompt twice. So I'll just throw that in the garbage. Let's pick a new one. Travis picks. But I don't know if I should pick like 3 books and then let Travis pick between the 3, kind of like I do with the pets, or if I should just let him pick anything. I don't think letting him pick anything would be very successful because I feel like that would be one of the books that I wouldn't end up getting to. Like, I feel like that's just like a waste of a prompt. So I'd rather pick like maybe 4 books and then let him pick between those books, and I'd be more likely to get to the book. Does that make sense? I think I know what book he's gonna pick because I think he's gonna pick based on the cover, because Travis is like a very artistic person, so he's drawn to aesthetically pleasing things, and I think that's the route he's gonna go. He's not gonna go based on how good the story sounds. So I think I know what he's gonna pick, but I decided to go with Pen Pal, Confessions, or My Best Friend's Exorcism. And I think out of these, he's gonna pick this one just because the cover is really cool. It's very 90s, and he's gonna be drawn to it, so.
Yes.
Can you come here? I got Travis's choice, so you have to pick.
Okay. Coming.
Okay.
Just a sec.
Okay, while we're waiting, let's pick my last book. Please work. Okay, I'll just tell you guys what book I want. I want The Ballad of Never After. Is that what it's called? By Stephanie Garber, the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. Okay, cross your fingers. Book by a female author! Okay, that means I can do it. So, The Ballad of Never After, that is my 8th book. And I'm so excited. Like, that was really, really lucky because I really did not think that I was going to be able to get that one. But I did, and I guarantee you I'm probably going to get to this month because I read the first book and I loved it. So I'm really excited. I just have to wait for it to come in. Okay, so you have to pick out of these 3 books what you want me to read.
Okay.
So we've got My Best Friend's Exorcism.
I love that cover.
I know.
It's like Stranger Things.
Yeah. We've got Confessions, and I'll let you read the backs if you want. And then we have Pen Pal, which is a horror. And this is, I think, like a horror. This is about, I think, a kid who gets a pen pal in school, and then the pen pal turns out to be crazy, but I've heard this is, like, really, really good. And then this is, like, a really twisty, like, thriller mystery, I think.
Gosh, this cover is so much better than these 2. I love this cover. It is such a good job making it look like a 80s movie.
I know. I think they may have made it into a movie, or they're going to make it into a movie.
My choice is that one. These ones are pretty boring covers.
So this one?
Yeah, it's so funny to me. Like this looks like cheap, just basic Photoshop. Like, just.
I think that this was something written on like a blog or like some website, and then it got really, really popular because it was so good, and then they just published it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, you can tell the ones that they put a lot of money into.
Yeah.
That's professional, amazing design, so they knew that was going to be a big deal.
Which is funny because before you came in here, I was like, Travis is going to pick this one because he's going to pick based on cover design versus what the book's actually about. So that's the one he picked, which is good though because I actually have this on audio too, so I can switch back and forth between the 2 if I want. So.
Awesome.
So that is my TBR for October. I think that's a really good TBR. So we picked My Best Friend's Exorcism, and this was for Travis's pick. We picked Alice's Adventures in Wonderland for my white book. We picked Unibrow for Paperback. We picked Be Not Far From Me, and this was Hopper's choice. And then we picked a psalm for The Wild Built, and this has a person on the cover. Then we picked Clown in a Cornfield. This was an old book, or a book that I've had for a really long time that I need to get to, and this is the perfect time to read this. And then a cozy book, which is Ruby Spencer's Whiskey Year. So that'll be really fun. And then I also picked, for a book by a female author, I picked Stephanie Garber's The Ballad of Never After? Is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure it is. So that is my TBR. Phenomenal TBR, I gotta say. Like, I'm excited for a lot of these books. I think I'm gonna get to a lot of them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.